All right, what's up, everyone? It's 80 here, aka Anno Domini, and welcome to our very first masterclass. Today, we're going to be talking about YouTube income and marketing. And,
All right, what's up, everyone?
Sorry about that. I accidentally had both laptops on. But yeah, so today we're going to be talking about YouTube income and marketing. And this is the first masterclass. We're going to have attendees from our Platinum Circle, which is our producer development program. And we're, of course, going to have our Inner Circle artists from our artist development program. So this is actually a general masterclass. And I'm going to be talking about ways to promote your music and also your beats for you producers out there. And we're going to be talking about how you can make money with YouTube. I'm going to be talking about the 4 different ways that you can actually earn revenue on YouTube. So a lot of people just kind of think of YouTube as a way to get money through advertising, but there's actually 4 different ways that you can get paid for every single video that you post on YouTube, which is pretty cool. I'm also going to be talking about sort of best practice, how you can set up your channel, how you can optimize your settings to get the most clicks and the most views. I'm going to be talking about how you can promote yourself, how you can grow your channel, how you can grow your subscriber base and get more views and more subscribers and all that good stuff. So we're just going to wait 1 or 2 more minutes for a couple more minutes to come in, for a couple more people to come by. I know there should be about at least a couple dozen of us, I think, attending today. And throughout the presentation, you guys are more than welcome to drop some comments, drop questions, whatever it is that you need to know. And I'm going to do my best to answer all of them. So it's going to be a little bit tricky because there's a delay between me talking and then you guys getting the audio feed. So I think there's like a 15 to 20-second delay or something like that. So whenever I ask you guys a question, it might just lead to 15 seconds of silence while I wait for you guys to answer. So yeah, just bear that in mind. And also, obviously, this being an online webinar, there's always going to be some concerns about the webinar crashing or something happening. So if for whatever reason you get kicked out of the webinar, just make sure you go back to your email or to the Facebook group and click the join link again to get back into the room. And if for whatever reason the whole webinar crashes, which happens sometimes, unfortunately, so you can blame Google for that. But if that happens, just go back to the Facebook group. I'm going to post up a fresh link for a fresh chat room, and then you guys just can click on the new link, and we'll just start up the whole thing again from there and pick up where we left off. So yeah, don't be concerned if anything happens, if you get kicked out or if the webinar crashes. We'll find a solution, go back to the group, and I'll make a new link for us to join. All right, so just shoot me a quick comment, everyone. Tell me who you are, where you're from, and whether you're from the Platinum Circle or the Inner Circle, whether you're an artist or a producer. Let me just get a bit of feedback from you guys, and we're just going to wait about 1 more minute for a few more people to show up, and then we're going to kick things off. What's up, Josh? Hey, Andre. Hello, Patrick. Nice to see you. Stefanos, what's up, man? Cool. So the attendees are going up slowly. There's always people, especially on the weekend, who wake up late and just show up a couple minutes late. So I guess that's the caveat of holding a webinar class on the weekend, right? Cool. So E from the Platinum Circles here. What's up, man? Nice to see you. All right, just a couple more seconds. I'll give it like 30 seconds for a few more people to join, and then we'll just kick things off from there. So just to remind you guys, today's presentation is all about YouTube income and marketing. So we're going to be talking about how you guys can better make money from YouTube, which is actually one of the biggest, most trafficked websites in the world. It's actually number 3 behind only Google and Facebook. And of course, Google owns YouTube, so it's all part of the same family. So the cool thing is, if you do really well on YouTube, if your videos are at the top of search results, you're also going to be at the top of search results in Google. It's kind of a reciprocal relationship. So if you do well on YouTube, you're actually going to be placed on the top 2 websites in the world. That's what makes it so important. And some interesting statistics for you guys. It's been estimated that within the next 2 to 3 years, about 80% of internet traffic is going to be on account of videos. So about 4 in 5 people are solely visiting the internet to watch videos. So obviously, if you guys don't have videos of your music or your beats online, it's going to make it really hard for people to discover your music in future. And you know, the role of videos is just going to get more and more pertinent as more and more people watch videos, and it becomes easier to watch on mobile and stuff like that with high-speed internet. So this is really a crucial time right now to get in the whole YouTube craze. And if you don't yet have a YouTube channel, I would highly recommend that you guys go to www.youtube.com right now and sign up for a free account. So if you want, you can just open up a new tab. You can set up your YouTube account now quickly. It takes like 2 minutes. That's it, really. And actually, the way this presentation is going to work is I'm going to be sort of guiding you guys through my personal YouTube channel. So I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be showing you kind of the settings I use, the way I upload stuff, the way I tag things, and just little tricks and little secrets that I use to grow my channel. So yeah, it should be a really insightful session. Hopefully you guys are going to learn a lot. I would highly recommend that you open up a fresh tab, you log into your YouTube channel, or you create a YouTube channel if you don't have one. And then you can just kind of change your settings and kind of go along with what I'm doing. So any kind of changes I'm making or showing you inside my channel, you can instantly apply so you don't forget about it. Having said that, though, I think it's going to be really useful if you have a pen and paper with you as well, or just anything to write with, or a mobile phone to take some notes, because I'm going to be dropping a lot of knowledge and a lot of best practice principles and tactics and stuff. So you might just want to write it down. But of course, I'm also going to be recording the video. So if you miss anything or you want to rewatch it, and also for everyone that obviously couldn't attend today, I know there's a bunch of people, you're going to be able to rewatch that afterwards. So yeah, just a couple more seconds and then we'll kick it off. I see a few more people coming in. What's up, Gons? What's up, Blue? Hey, Asia, nice to see you from the IC. Sebastian, what's up, man? Devin, what's up? A couple more people coming in. That's cool. All right, so once again, in case you missed the introduction, this is all about YouTube income and revenue and marketing and promotion. And I'm going to be sharing my screen. I'm going to be walking you guys through my YouTube channel. So I would recommend that you open a fresh tab and you log into your YouTube channel as well. So I can kind of walk you through how to do everything, how to set everything up. And it's just going to be fresh in your mind and you can sort of apply the changes there and then. Okay? Hey, what's up, Century Status? Get to see some ADM producers in the chat room as well. That's cool. See, even these guys are constantly learning. You know, being a producer or being an artist is a constant learning experience. So you know, some producers and some artists might be great at physical distribution or at marketing themselves and doing shows and stuff like that, but they don't even have a YouTube channel. You know, that's just how it goes. But that's what I'm here for, basically, to guide you guys through every single platform out there which is worth having in 2016, and that is going to progress your career as a producer and as an artist. And YouTube is definitely the premier platform right now. It's the single biggest repository of music out there. So ahead of iTunes, ahead of Reverb Nation, SoundClick, SoundCloud, all of those, they pale in comparison to YouTube. So it's really a very important platform for you guys to present yourself, to present your music, and also to make some money, which is what I'm going to be talking about as well. All right, so let's get it started. If you've already logged into your YouTube account, you can just go ahead and click on your user icon at the top right and go to your Creator Studio, okay? So this is going to load up the dashboard, the YouTube homepage, and you can see just the little stats of our personal channel. I've had this channel since about 2005, and I didn't really start growing it and taking it seriously until maybe like 3 or 4 years ago. And ever since then, it's just been a steady incline as I've been sort of teaching myself best practice and YouTube marketing and stuff like that. So at the moment, we get something like just 750,000 views per month. And we increase our subscriber base by just over 5,000 people a month. So right now we're on about 70,000 subscribers. And as you can see, like ever since I've been sort of implementing a few of these tactics I'm going to show you guys today, it's just been a steady increase. So it's constantly going up, and we're looking to get to about 100,000 subscribers within 3 or 4 months. So it's really snowballing right now. And I'm going to show you guys exactly how I did that. So the first thing that I want to tell you about is uploading videos. Now, if you're going to upload a new video to YouTube, first of all, you don't actually have to create a video file, okay? It's actually perfectly enough to upload just a static background image and a MP3 file on top of that. And you can create a video file using just a very basic video converter tool or a free program like Windows Movie Maker or something like that. And so you don't need like a professionally produced YouTube video. You don't need a professionally shot music video or anything like that. It's perfectly sufficient to just have a background image and just the MP3 playing on top of that. And of course, these days, if you're an artist and you want to shoot like a lyric video or something like that, or you want to shoot a basic home video, it's super cheap and easy to do that now, since basically everyone's mobile phones have high definition recording. So yeah, the first thing to note then, if you're going to upload a new beat or a new song, is the way that you format it. Okay, so I'm just going to go into one of my beats just to show you how it's formatted. And basically, the way that YouTube works is that the search engine has a number of factors it considers when it's placing your piece of music in the search results. And basically, what it does, it crawls three things. Okay, it crawls your title, it crawls your basic information, so your description, and it crawls your tags. So the most important thing for you is to actually consider what words you use in the description, the title, and the tags. If you leave the description blank or the tags blank, then you're not going to be ranking highly in the search results. And what the search engine from YouTube, and also Google, by the way, searches for is basically keywords, okay? So for you producers out there, the very most important thing to do is to have a few keywords at the start of your description or somewhere in your title. So instead of just uploading a beat, or instead of just uploading a song called beat number 1, or just the title of the beat, it actually is really pertinent to put a few tags just at the beginning right there, some keywords which are going to place and rank for you. So for example, if it's a West Coast hip hop beat, you might want to call it West Coast hip hop beat example beat, if that's the title, instead of just example beat. Do you know what I'm saying? And actually, it also ranks the importance of these tags in order of the words. So if you put them right at the beginning of your title, that's the best place to put the tags right there. So just try and keep them slightly. Well, first of all, you need at least a three words key phrase. Okay, so just putting hip hop beat is probably not going to rank you, because there's going to be 100,000 other hip hop beats videos trying to rank on YouTube. So make it something more of like a long stringed key phrase, something like hip hop beat with piano, or West Coast hip hop beat with reggae influence, or something like that. Just a slightly longer key phrase, something specialized which you can place for. And if you want some ideas of the kind of key phrases to use, you can research those using the Google Keyword Analyzer. It's a free Google tool. And what that does is basically show you how many search results per month the whatever key phrase that you've come up with is churning out. And you want to try and find the search terms which have a lot of traffic but not much competition. So if you choose like a long phrase like hip hop West Coast beat, and you see that there's 10,000 people searching that, but the competition is low for that key phrase, that's going to be a perfect one to use, just as an example. So as well as the title, it's going to be important to write a really concise and full description. You don't want to leave this part blank. You don't want to ignore this bit. And you definitely want to make sure every description is at least a little bit unique. So if it's a beat or a song, you want to just talk about the song. You want to give a longer description of it. You want to say a little bit about it. And basically everything you write in the description is also going to be crawled by Google and by YouTube. So it's really important that you fill that section out. What I tend to do is, because when you're watching an actual video on the YouTube website, the only thing that gets shown is the top 3 lines of your description, right? So we're talking about these 3 lines right here. So those are going to be the very most important ones. And what you're going to be putting at the top of the description is basically what is most important and valuable to you. So for me, because I'm trying to grow my YouTube channel, the very most important thing for me is to have my subscribe link up there, because that's kind of my goal right now. If your goal is to sell a single, you might want to put the link to your single right at the top, okay? Because that's the first thing people are going to see. If it's beyond the first 3 lines, they're not even going to see it unless they click the expand link. So it's very important that you have the important links at the top, okay? And in fact, when you're sharing your videos on Facebook and Twitter, this character count gets minimized even more. So you're probably only going to see about like the first 2 lines or something like that. So again, it's just really important that you put your most important links or your most important information at the top. So fill this out. Again, repeat your keyword phrases somewhere. You see how I did that there, but I just rearranged them a little bit. So instead of sinister rap beat, it now says sinister heartbeat, perfect for storytelling. And then further down the page somewhere, it's going to mention rap as well, or sinister rap. So you want to make sure you repeat your keyword phrases, but just rearrange them slightly. So, you know, basically Google doesn't rank that as you just spamming and trying to cheat the system. Got it? And once again, when you get to your tags, you're going to want to put your keywords right at the beginning, because that's what YouTube considers the most important tag. So if you're trying to rank for sinister rap beat, like I am right here, you're going to want to put sinister rap beat as the very first tag. And then you're going to want to put a few variations of that right afterwards. So, you know, rap beat or sinister beat or sinister rap or something like that. And then I just tend to fill this up with a few generic tags as well, which I use for every beat, like hip hop beat, rap, hip hop, and so on. And what I tend to do as well, I put a few tags of sort of my closest competitors, like other big channels, because basically that means I'm going to come up in the search results for some of these big channels which we compete with as well. So if you're an artist, you might just want to research some similar artists to yourself with big followings. Say, for example, you're an underground rapper who kind of sounds like Immortal Technique. You might want to put an Immortal Technique tag or something like that in your keywords as well. Just to, I mean, you're not going to be on the front page, obviously, but you might just get a bit of extra fallout traffic from random people searching Immortal Technique on YouTube. Okay? Now, I'm just going to take a second to check out some of your comments. I'm kind of rolling with two screens at the same time, so it's a little bit tricky. Damien says the screen is blurry. Yeah, that happens sometimes for some reason. That's like a buffering problem. You could try restarting your system, just refreshing the room and entering again. Maybe that fixes the issue. If it doesn't, you can try accessing on a mobile phone. Sometimes for some reason that works better. But yeah, I'm going to be talking you through everything anyway. Hopefully, even though the screen's blurry, you can pretty much comprehend what I'm saying. So yeah, sorry about that, man. Essentially, Status says his screen is clear. That's good. All right, let's move on then. And yeah, once again, any questions you guys have, just feel free to shout them out. I'm going to do my best to check the questions often and answer you guys. But we will have, obviously, a bit of time at the end as well to just kind of chill and take questions and hang out. And you can ask me some more specific stuff about anything. All right, so we talked about uploading videos. We talked about the importance of having a good title, description, and tags. A couple more things which are kind of cool, which I tend to use a lot, is the schedule feature. So this is really useful because basically what this means is you don't have to post up a video and release it right now. If you have a couple of tracks that you want to release, don't release them all at once, okay? And that's kind of blowing your load early. You know what I mean? You don't want to just spend everything all at once and then you're done. What you want to do is you want to have a regular posting schedule. So if you have 5 songs right now, don't release 5 songs at the same time. You want to release one every 2 days or something like that. YouTube is basically founded on the principle of you being consistent and you being regular with your posting. So the more consistent you are and the more regular you are, the better you're going to rank and the more people are going to see your uploads and subscribe to you as well. So you want to make sure that you upload at least 1 video a week, okay? That's the minimum. You want to keep things fresh, you want to engage your subscribers, and you want to keep getting fresh comments and showing up in search results. So yeah, once again, the schedule feature is really useful if you have a bunch of tracks and you want to release them one after the other. So don't release them all at once, okay? You can connect your Twitter and your G+ account. That's always useful to do just to get the extra promotion and more traffic coming to your YouTube. All right, we can have a quick browse through some of the advanced settings as well. Obviously, you want to select the correct category. You don't want to try gaming the system and changing this to like pets and animals or something if it's not relevant, because that's going to be a red flag, basically, in YouTube search crawler. Apart from that, you can visit the monetization tab. This is basically YouTube's way of monetizing or earning you money through your videos through advertisements. And they can basically get shown in a number of different places. They can be next to your video. They can be inside your video. They can be after the video and during the video. And monetization is one thing that you need to enable yourself inside your account. And I'll talk about that in just a second as well. So that's basically everything I have to say about uploading. Now, I know for a lot of you, you probably don't mess with YouTube because you feel like it's really time consuming to just convert all your songs into videos and then upload them every single time you have something new coming out. And for you producers, it's probably a bit of a pain as well because you need to, sometimes create a background picture, you want to create a song file, and you want to turn everything into a video. And that can take a lot of time. So one thing that I use, which is super useful, and it's very cheap as well, it's called Tunes to Tube. And what this does, actually, it's a very cool website, tunestotube.com, and it logs into your YouTube channel. And what you can do then is you can upload an MP3 file, and you can upload a static background picture, and then it automatically converts that into a video and automatically sends it onto YouTube. So it just saves you a ton of time. And you can also actually edit your sort of settings and your this is sort of default text that you can enter, right? So I've already got this set up for me. So every single time I have a new beat or a new song, all I do is I upload the background picture and I upload the MP3, and it's already got everything pre-populated. And all I do is I switch out this text right here, okay? Describing who the beat is by and just some information about it, some keyword phrases and a bit of a description. That's all I switch out. And once you've done that, basically you upload everything, and then the screen send to YouTube button pops up there, and you just hit that. So it's super easy to do. The great thing about this is it also has SoundCloud integration. So actually, at the same time as uploading to YouTube, it can also send it to your SoundCloud, and you can even select whether you want to make it a free download track, what the default tag is and stuff like that. So it's pretty cool. So this saves me personally a ton of time because I'm able to schedule my YouTube and my SoundCloud releases at the same time. So you probably noticed we have a YouTube and a SoundCloud channel, and we post a new beat on there every single day. So that's not me uploading a new beat to SoundCloud and to YouTube every single day. That's actually me just using this program to schedule my releases for YouTube and SoundCloud at the same time for the week ahead. Okay, so once a week, I just schedule 7 beats, and that's it. It takes me like 20 minutes. And yeah, that just means I'm constantly having fresh material on my SoundCloud and on my YouTube page, and people are constantly engaged and commenting and seeing like new stuff, so they want to check back often. So yeah, Tunes to Tube, I definitely recommend it. I can't remember how much it costs, but it's very cheap. I think you can get like a 6-month plan for like $10 or something like that, or at least it used to be. So definitely check that out. Now, let me just talk about one more thing as well, which I forgot to mention. And that's the thumbnails, okay? When you're uploading your videos to YouTube. The thumbnail is basically the little image that gets displayed next to your video title in search results. So obviously, this is like a massive clickbait, okay? It's really important to have a poppy, catchy thumbnail so that when people see it in the search results, they're going to want to click on that. What I see a lot of producers especially doing wrong is that every single beat they upload has the same background picture, and it's usually just like a default logo or something, like their producer logo. And also a lot of artists, all they upload a song, and all they have is the album cover for every single song. So there's like 30 songs in the search results that all look identical because they have the same picture. So it's really important to just have a poppy, catchy thumbnail image, just to get people clicking and like interested. So if you're an artist, you might just want to take a picture of yourself in like a, in a pose or whatever. Maybe even do like a funny face or whatever. Whatever works to get people's attention and get people wanting to like click on it. So that can just be a picture you take on your camera. It doesn't even have to do anything to do with the music video, but it just makes people like want to click on it and see what this is all about. You know what I'm saying? And if you're a producer, it might be pertinent to just upload some kind of default background picture. If it's like a Wu-Tang Clan type beat, you might want to upload a picture of a Wu-Tang Clan member or something like that. If you're really keen, you can create your own background images like we do, and just actually write the title of the song or the beat right there. It just looks really professional. And obviously for every background picture, we upload our logo as well, and we have a big beat sign down here, just to let people in the search results know, like, oh, this is a beat. I want to go check this out. This looks professional. This looks like an actual professional release. Let's check it out. So yeah, thumbnail is very important too. All right. Now let's move on to the channel settings right here, okay? if you guys are on your YouTube channels right now, you might just want to Alt tab and go into your YouTube tab, click on the channel link, and I'm going to show you a couple settings of mine. So when you get to the status and features, you can actually see that there are a lot of extra features in your YouTube account that you can enable, which are going to be really useful to you. So the first thing and the very most important thing is the monetization. Now, for some people, they don't have monetization enabled in their account yet. So all you want to do is you want to click on your view monetization settings. And if you do have monetization, it's going to say you're enabled. If you don't, there's going to be a link here to apply for monetization. And as I said earlier, monetization is basically a way for you to get paid from your YouTube uploads. So YouTube is going to display some advertising, and you get paid every single time someone clicks on that advertisement. Now, from my experience in the past, I would say about every 1,000 views that you get, you're going to earn about $1. Okay, this kind of decreased a little bit through the years. YouTube pays a lot less than it used to, but you're still getting around about that. So this is just free money, basically. There's no reason not to do this. So it's just an added incentive for you to upload to YouTube, to share your stuff, and get paid for it. That's pretty neat. So definitely, I would recommend to enable monetization. You can check a few other things as well. You can apply for longer videos. So if you want to do some like tutorial videos, or you want to do some like hangout sessions or whatever, then once you enable this, YouTube is going to let you upload for longer than 15 minutes, which is pretty cool. So you can basically do some short films, or you can do some background filming and stuff like that, which is pretty neat. Now, just to mention, by the way, quick disclaimer, some of these features YouTube has some minimum requirements for. So I think they've been progressively lowered. I think monetization now is available to pretty much everyone. But certain things like having longer videos, you're going to need a certain number of subscribers. I think it's probably 1,000 or something like that. Don't quote me on that. But there's a minimum requirement. Basically, YouTube rewards its users. The more subscribers you have, the more engaged you are on YouTube, the more features you're going to be able to access. And the better your videos are going to keep getting. Another super useful one is the external annotations. And what this means is basically you can embed a link inside your videos on YouTube and anywhere that they're shared, which links directly to your website or to your purchase page. Okay? So this is super useful because you can actually promote a link to purchase your single, for example, from right inside the video. So you can have a music video and then just a big button pops up and says, if you like this song, click here to purchase. And that's super in the face of whoever's watching it, and it just gets a ton of traffic to your sales page or to your website or whatever it is you want to promote. So if you don't have external annotations enabled in your account, this is definitely one you want to get, because right at the beginning I mentioned there's 4 different ways to monetize every single video on YouTube. So we talked about the advertising, and this is actually the second way. You can sell from straight within your video through the external annotations. So for me personally, this is what I do is I have a little link inside every single one of my beat videos. When people click that link, they go directly to the purchase page for that beat. So this actually gets me a ton of sales and a ton of traffic. So I absolutely love the external annotations. It's very useful. Some other stuff, custom thumbnails should be enabled for most people already, I believe. There's a few other things which I don't really bother with, like live streaming. If you want to have like a live hangout and stuff with people, or you want to, this is mainly for like gaming channels, showing like gaming footage and stuff like that. But again, you can mess with a few of these things. There's also a very cool new feature called fan funding. So fan funding, what that means is basically you can have a fan funding button on your channel page asking people to contribute to you. Just saying, like, if you want to see more videos, contribute a small $1 payment or something like that. So this is kind of like, those like crowdsourcing websites where you can ask people for money to support your new project. This is the same thing, but for YouTube, basically. And I know like a ton of channels have actually raised a lot of cash just by adding like fans, just by asking fans to click on the funding button to just basically front them some money to make new videos and new material and fresh content and stuff. So it's pretty cool. Yeah, so if you can enable this, the fan funding, that's definitely a useful function. For me, because my network is actually based in Canada, I believe, so this is only available to USA right now, and possibly UK as well. So you might just want to check that inside your account. If you have a Canadian-based YouTube, then that's not going to be accessible to you. So let me just touch on that, actually. I'm not sure if you guys are aware, but the way that YouTube works is that you can either have a personal channel, like a private channel, where you're basically in your own world, you're just posting your pictures and everything goes through YouTube, or you can be part of a multi-channel network. They're called MCNs, okay? And these are basically networks of multiple channels that kind of aggregate together and promote each other. And through your MCN, if you're a part of one of these conglomerates, you actually get access to more features on YouTube, an expanded selection of tools available to you, and you get paid more from advertising and stuff like that too. So how many of you guys have heard of an MCN so far? There's actually a couple of really big popular ones. The most well-known ones, especially for singers and artists, are going to be Full Screen, Maker Studios, and Broadband TV. And if you research these, you go to their websites, you know, whatever it is, fullscreen.com or makerstudios.com or broadband.tv, you can apply to join these MCNs. And if they accept you, usually you need at least 1,000 subscribers or something like that. If they accept you, you're going to be part of that MCN, and you're going to have access to more YouTube features through them as well. They also have some really cool perks, like being able to book their studios for music videos, for example. And you're also going to get paid more from premium advertisers for your streams. So it's pretty cool. I would definitely look into that if you guys are interested in joining an MCN. I'm personally with Broadband TV. I've been with them for about 3 years. And I actually have my own sub-network called Hip Hop One, which is a purely hip-hop based network of YouTube channels. So if any of you guys have around about at least 500 to 1,000 subscribers and you're interested to join an MCN to get higher advertisement payouts and access to more features and more control of your YouTube channel, then definitely hit me up about that. And I can hook you guys up. So yeah, research it if you want. Broadband TV is the one that I use. The other big ones that some artists especially love are Full Screen and Maker Studios. They actually help with stuff like sample clearance and you know, clearing instrumentals if you want to do cover versions of songs and stuff. So it's pretty cool. They have, you know, legal teams and representatives and stuff. So they definitely look after you. All right, let's continue with the settings then. So for the monetization, I said if you haven't enabled it yet, I would highly recommend that you apply for this so you can start getting paid for advertising. If you go to your upload defaults within your channel menu, this is basically a section where you can, we just have a quick question from Stefanos. Let me check this out real quick. Yeah, so Stefanos is asking, is MCN the same with YouTube networks? It is, it's the same thing. Some people call them multi-channel networks or MCNs. Some people call them YouTube networks. But yeah, it's all the same thing, basically. All right. So let's check out the upload defaults. This is a tab where you can kind of enter some default settings, which are going to be applied to everything you upload. So this just makes it a lot easier for you. You don't have to enter all of this manually every single time you upload a new song or a new beat. And I highly recommend, obviously, putting your uploads into the music category so that they're categorized correctly and show up in the right search results. Again, if you want to put some default titles, and then you just have to kind of edit these out and change them for whatever it is you're uploading. And of course, here you can have your default description, which you can just edit a little bit every time, just to save you time. And the default tags is something I use a lot. So you can see my default tags are already set up with sort of keywords that I researched using the Google keyword tool. And these are basically some keywords that get a lot of search traffic relevant to beats, but don't have too much competition, okay? If I'd literally just written beat, then I probably wouldn't be placing it all for that. But a hip-hop beat or rap beat are sort of longer string keywords, which are a bit more useful. So these ones are going to be in every single video of mine. And then like I mentioned to you guys earlier, I'm just going to pop like a few tags at the beginning relevant to whatever it is I'm uploading. So if it's Sinister Rap Beat, I'm going to type in Sinister Rap Beat here when I upload. Also, I would definitely recommend sort of clicking all of these check marks. These are just the different ad types that are going to be shown in your video. I would definitely recommend allowing commenting and rating, because interaction with your fans is really important. Okay, so yeah, just set that up. Set up your default tags to save you guys some time. Now let's move on to the featured content, and this is pretty cool. This is basically an area where you can set up one video which is going to get promoted in every single one of your other videos. So if you have a brand new single out and you want to promote this to every single person that's watching old tracks of yours or some popular songs of yours or whatever it is, then you can basically select a featured content video. And I recommend showing it at the end of the video, but you can also do a custom start time if you want. You can set it to pop up in people's videos after a second, if it's really urgent and really important. And you can also add just a custom message, right? So if it's a new single, you might want to write something like, check out my brand new single. Just something that's really going to pop out and make people want to check this out and get to this video. And this is going to be, you kind of see how it's going to be displayed right here. So this is going to be a video. And this little pop-up down here is going to be your featured video content. So for me, I tend to run these little campaigns from time to time, sometimes for recruiting people into our inner circle, sometimes showing off a really dope new beat, which I think is awesome and I really, want people to listen to. But you can also use this as link bait, for example, to get people to your mailing list, all right? So if you have a video talking about your mailing list, you might just want to promote the video inside all of your videos, saying something like, click here to get a free song or a free beat or whatever it is. And yeah, this is just a great way to drive some traffic to your website as well and grow your customer base and your subscriber base. Okay. And down here, we also have a channel ad, which is pretty cool. This is basically a free marketing tool from YouTube. And what it is every once in a while, they just feature random channels inside their sort of marketing materials and random videos. So I would highly suggest picking at least one channel ad and making it your most popular video. So whatever gets you the most traffic, whatever people love the most, whatever makes people click the most, make that your channel ad. And YouTube is going to start displaying that just randomly to their website and to random browsers and stuff like that. And it's just going to come up with a slight bonus in search results. So definitely set up a channel ad for yourself. Okay. I got another question from Redemption. And he asks, do you recommend advertising on every video? I'm guessing you're talking about sort of the pop-up ads from YouTube, right? Now, I definitely recommend it on just sort of the everyday videos you upload. Every once in a while, if you really want to grab people's attention and you don't want them to be distracted by anything but the content of your video, then you can definitely disable the ads for that. Also, I know a lot of people these days, they get really frustrated and annoyed by ads. So if it's especially if it's like a really long video, you don't want to have them constantly be interrupted by sort of mid-roll advertisements, right? So if it's really important, if it's a really important video and it's really important to you that people are paying attention and you want it to be sort of premium class and professional, then you can just disable the advertisements. For me personally, I don't feel like the advertisements really annoy people that much, and people who get really aggravated by them, they have an advertiser blocker on anyway. And for us, because we literally just upload like tagged free beats for people to browse and stuff, I feel like it's not that much of an issue to have advertisements enabled. Maybe if you were like a presenter or something, or you hosting like a tutorial session, maybe you don't want to do the advertisements because you feel like it's going to take people out of the content of the video. All right, let's take a look at the branding tab now. So what the branding is basically a small watermark that's going to be displayed at the bottom right of your every single video. And I would highly recommend just making this like a little subscribe text or something like that, something which is going to be really clear to people what it does. Because what the branding watermark basically does is it links people to your channel, okay? And I usually just have it pop in like right at the start of the video, not at 0, at 1 second, just so people can actually notice the difference of this thing popping up on their screen. And all I do is I uploaded a very bright sort of orange subscribe button to make it really clear that I want people to subscribe. As I mentioned earlier, for me, my main goal with my YouTube channel right now is to try and grow us to 100,000 subscribers So my call to action is always going to be subscribe, subscribe, subscribe. Okay. If your goal with your channel is something else, if you want to get a lot of views, or if you want to promote a single, whatever, you can make this button something else. Like, I don't know, like a little logo saying, click here for more music, or whatever it is that you're trying to promote, okay? So the branding watermark, again, like a free, awesome tool to just get you some more clicks, and it's just a great little bait tool down here. All right, let's take a quick peek at the advanced tab. Obviously, you want to make sure that your country is set up correctly. So ideally, if you're based in the US, that's the best, because the US always gets the newest and latest features rolled out to them. So if you have a United States YouTube account, you're always going to get the latest and greatest features. If you're abroad, if you're in Poland or France or something, it's always going to take a little bit longer for you to get the latest features. But that doesn't mean you should all go in here and like change your country settings right now. I believe they can sort of check your IP and stuff like that. But you know, it's worth trying. Again, to redemption, I know you said about disabling advertisements. So if you want to just mass disable your advertisements for whatever reason, you can go ahead and click this, and that's instantly going to take off all ads in every single one of your videos. Now, there's some other cool tools as well. You can integrate YouTube with, for example, AdWords. The only reason you'd want to do this is basically if you want to start paying for YouTube advertising. So you can actually pay YouTube for them to promote your video in other people's videos, and you can actually drill this down pretty good to the extent that you can promote just in certain types of channels, or even in certain competitors' channels. So if you have a really great beat, which is an underground beat, and you know there's another producer who has a huge subscriber base who makes underground beats, you could, for example, run an advertisement campaign so that your video gets shown throughout his video, or you know, before it starts or something like that. So it's pretty cool, actually. There's some pretty nifty sort of advertising tricks you can pull off by just basically targeting this to your potential subscribers and people who you think are going to resonate with your music. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, if you want to go ahead and buy some YouTube advertising, you can basically link an AdWords account, which is just a free Google tool. It's basically their advertising network. Early on, we talked about the external annotations. Do you remember? Where basically you can embed a link to your website or your sales page within your video. And in order to do that, what you need to do is you need to associate a website with your channel. So you just need to confirm that you're the owner of this website. So for me, for example, I just had to, I think they give you like a code snippet or something like that that you have to drop in the header tag of your website or something along those lines, just to confirm that you're the actual owner. And once you do that, once you've associated the website, it means you can start linking to that website from inside your own videos. So it's pretty awesome and definitely worth doing that. Channel recommendations, definitely make sure that this is turned on. Allow my channel to appear in other channels' recommendations. Because again, this is just free marketing for you. This basically means that your channel is sometimes going to be displayed by you at the bottom of other people's channels, which are relevant to yours. So if you're a hip-hop beat maker, you're going to start seeing your channel perhaps displayed on other people's channels by YouTube, just to suggest, you know, those subscribers to come visit you as well. Subscriber count, I always display the subscriber count because it's just great social proof. If you're just starting out or you just have a brand new channel and you don't want to reveal how many subscribers you have yet, you can disable that. And finally, if you want to sort of track your analytics a bit better for YouTube and you want to see how much money you're making, where people are coming from who are visiting your channel, then you can link it to a Google Analytics page, which is just sort of a free web-based tool to you know, check out traffic and things like that. All right, so those are all the settings. Hopefully, those of you that have a YouTube channel will just kind of following along and like editing some of these things as you go right now, and just setting up a few things like the channel keywords as well, which again is just keyword phrases which are pertinent to your particular channel, and just enabling some of these like branding tools and featured content tools are already going to give you a huge boost in terms of how many people get shown your videos in search results and in Google results as well. Okay, so now that we've talked a little bit about uploading, like some of the best practice principles for uploading your videos, and now that we've talked a little bit about sort of all the settings, how to optimize your settings for your channel, I just want to talk to you guys a little bit more about how to make money on YouTube. So we discussed earlier that the main way, obviously, to make money through YouTube itself is through the sponsored advertising. So you enable the monetization. That means advertisements are going to start getting displayed, and you get paid every time someone clicks. About $1 for every 1,000 clicks. So that's never going to be huge money unless you have like a massive channel, but it's a nice side income. Then the second way that you can get paid through videos on YouTube is by having a sales link inside your video. So in effect, you're then turning your video into a landing page, a sales landing page, where people can click on the purchase links and go directly to your purchase site or your iTunes or whatever it is to purchase your music. Now, the third way, and this is actually a really big one, and this is definitely the way that I make most of my money through YouTube, and that's something called Content ID. How many of you guys have heard of Content ID before? Drop me a quick message if you know about Content ID. Just see another question by Redemption as well. He's asking me, should we make two separate analytic codes, one for the website and another just for YouTube? Yes, I would definitely recommend that. I would suggest that you set up a separate analytics, an analytics side just for your YouTube. Otherwise, if you're rolling them all together, you're going to start getting confused by where the traffic is coming from and whether it's to your YouTube page or your general website and stuff like that. So I definitely made that mistake when I first started out, but it's much more useful to set up a separate analytics just for your YouTube. So you can kind of dig a bit deeper into the traffic sources, what kind of people are watching your videos, because that means you can cater your videos a bit better to your audience as well. So if you notice, for example, that 90% of the people watching your videos are 18 to 25-year-old males who are, I don't know, fans of video games or whatever, you might just want to start posting up some video game type beats or video game raps or whatever it is, It's kind of a stupid example, but you get what I'm saying. So analytics is super useful just to kind of drill down and check out the figures, see who it is that's watching your videos, and then you can start thinking about how you can appeal to that target age group, all right? Okay, so back to Content ID. So Content ID, what it is basically is it's an audio matching fingerprinting technology. And what it does is if it has a piece of music of yours uploaded to its system, it's going to start checking every single other video uploaded on YouTube to see if your song matches any of those videos. And then if it finds a match, if someone else uploaded your piece of music, you're going to start getting paid for the advertisement that's displayed in that video. So that's pretty cool, right? So all of a sudden, instead of just talking about you making money from advertisement from within your own videos, we're talking about you making money from your music in other people's videos. And obviously, the potential of other people uploading your songs is much higher than just you uploading one single version of your song. Do you see what I'm saying? So especially if you're a producer, it's very likely that a lot of artists are going to be using your beats for free for demo purposes, or a lot of channels are going to be using your instrumentals as background music and stuff like that, which is cool. You let them do that obviously for free for non-profit purposes, but YouTube is going to start matching that content to what you told their system is actually your copyright, and then you're going to start getting paid out the money from the advertisements inside those videos. So it's a pretty fair system, I think, because it lets obviously everyone else use your music and upload it and share it and stuff like that. But at the same time, the original copyright owner should be getting paid for that, and is with Content ID. So how do you set up Content ID? So there's a few different companies out there which have Content ID systems where you can upload your music to start crawling through YouTube. But the one I use is actually BeatStars.com. And the reason I love the BeatStars system is because, for starters, it's super easy to use. You can get it set up within minutes. It's super accurate, so it crawls a ton of content constantly. So every single new beat, every single new song you upload through the BeatStars system, it's going to start crawling YouTube now. So for everything that was uploaded in the past and in future, anything that's ever uploaded in the future. And once it finds a match, you're going to get the money paid out to you through BeatStars. So you don't have to deal with any kind of finances. You don't have to deal with any kind of copyright serving or making your own copyright claims on videos. Actually, BeatStars does all of that for you, and then they just pay you out monthly to your PayPal account at the end of every month. So I gave you guys a quick peek into my YouTube dashboard earlier, and you saw that I'm making about 400, 500 bucks a month from the advertising from our own videos on YouTube, okay? But by comparison with Content ID, we're making something like $4,000, $5,000. So it's like 10 times as big, right? Because there's probably 10 times more people uploading my music than there is music on my my channel itself, right? That makes sense, right? Because obviously you're going to have a lot of fans of your music. You're going to have people just uploading your stuff as background music. You know, you might start sending your songs to other video makers to use for free inside the videos as background music and stuff like that. And in exchange for them obviously using your music for free, you should be the one getting paid for the advertisement. And the potential of other people using your music is obviously huge, right? I mean, you could send your song to 100 people on YouTube. If they all upload it because they love it and they want to share it on their channel, you're going to get paid for every single one of those 100 people. So yeah, the 500 bucks that I make from YouTube itself are obviously paling in comparison to the 5,000 we make from Content ID through BeatStars. So especially if you're a producer, but also if you're an artist, definitely check out BeatStars. You can set up a free account, I believe, and just try it out. And the way it works is basically you upload your beats. So I'm inside my dashboard right now. You just click on upload. You start uploading your tracks. You fill out some information. And once your tracks are uploaded, here's my big list of tracks right there. By the way, you can also sort of sell your songs and your beats through BeatStars' own website as well, which is just a great platform and a great way to make some additional income. So once you've uploaded your songs, you see I have a couple songs up here, and once you uploaded your beats, you can click on the music distribution tab on the left. You click on Content ID, and then you're going to see a long list of everything basically that you haven't submitted yet. All you're going to want to do is you're going to click on it, and you're going to click on Send for Review. Okay, so super easy, and then it just asks you to fill out some information about yourself. If you're a member of a performance rights organization, for example, BMI or ASCAP, it's also going to ask you for that information. Otherwise, it's going to ask you for your name and your email information, just in case they need to contact you about anything, or if there's any royalties due to you as well. So once you send it off for review, it's going to be under review. Once they review it, once everything's okay, and they check obviously that you own the full copyright to everything you upload. So for artists, that obviously means if you haven't bought a beat with exclusive rights, that means you don't own the copyright. Okay, so you can't claim copyright for the entire song. You do actually need to own the exclusive rights. You need to own the full master to everything you upload, okay? Once you've sort of verified that, they're going to send it off to YouTube, and then as soon as it's been approved, you're going to start getting paid for all of the Content ID matches. So you can see we already sent off 1,658 beats from all of our producers to YouTube, and all of these right now are sort of constantly being monitored. And every time there's a hit on YouTube, every single time somebody uploads this and uses it, then we get paid the advertising income. Now, obviously, if an artist buys the copyright, he's now the owner of the beat, so we just remove this beat and no longer collect any kind of YouTube Content ID, because then the artist is the owner and they can start collecting that money. You know what I'm saying? So it's a very efficient, very easy system. This is huge right now. So a lot of producers don't even know about this. But if you jump in on this right now, Content ID through YouTube is going to be a huge deal, I promise you. So we got a few questions coming in. Eve says, does BeatStars work with SoundCloud too? And yes, it does actually. So for those of you that don't know, YouTube Content ID is already a pretty new concept, but now SoundCloud have their own Content ID system, and it's called On SoundCloud. And it's basically the exact same thing. And they're just slowly rolling it out now. They just kind of finalized the licensing deals and stuff to make this happen. And what's going to happen in future is that you're going to start getting paid for every single person that uploads your music to SoundCloud too, in the same fashion that YouTuber did. You see what I'm saying? So now you can basically get paid for monetization on YouTube and on SoundCloud. So you can potentially double your profit in the future. So literally, they're just rolling this out now. At the moment, not all of our tracks are yet monetized on SoundCloud because it hasn't fully developed yet. but we're already making sort of $100-200 or something like that a month from SoundCloud monetization. So if you guys use SoundCloud, or even if you don't, go set up a SoundCloud account, and then you can start benefiting from the monetization through BeatStars too. And just a little word from the wise as well. YouTube and SoundCloud are obviously huge, but if there's anything bigger than YouTube and SoundCloud in terms of a platform of reaching a mass audience, then it's Facebook, right? Well, you didn't hear this from me, okay? But in the very near future, you're not just going to get paid for monetization on YouTube and SoundCloud, but you're going to start getting paid on Facebook too. So any kind of videos or any kind of audio that you upload to Facebook, you're going to start getting paid for as well. But keep that one on the down low, all right? Trade secrets in the industry, all right? So yeah, get in on this monetization thing. It's going to be huge. This just opens up such a huge new avenue for artists, for producers to get paid for their music. So it's no longer just selling CDs. It's no longer just streaming, but it's now also advertising, which you're going to benefit from. And every single eyeball on Facebook, on SoundCloud, on YouTube that watches your videos, clicks on the links, you know, gets shown the advertisements, that's going to start bringing in revenue for you. Okay, that's pretty cool, right? So I have a couple more questions here. I see Patrick asking me, I have one question as a beginner producer. For how many dollars must we sell one beat on BeatStars? Okay, so the pricing is kind of up to you, and it's up to the quality of your beats and up to the recognition of your name. Obviously, if you have a long-standing reputation in the industry and you have high-quality beats, you can charge more than if you're a complete beginner. But I would suggest most beats these days sell for between $15 to $30 for non-exclusive rights, okay? I would say if you're starting out, keep it somewhere around 15 to 20 bucks, no more than that for a lease or a non-exclusive license. If you're selling exclusive rights, I would definitely not go over 150 to 200 if you're a complete beginner, okay? That's already quite high. So no more than like 150 to 200. If you sell them for 100, I think they're gonna sell a lot quicker. So there's my thoughts on that. Josh says, which do you think is more beneficial for starting out? Giving out free beats to build your content ID up, or sell leases, or a mix of both? So when you're starting out, I would say always give out free beats. It worked for me. That's kind of how I got my footing in the industry. When I started out, I literally was just handing free beats to artists all the time, because to me, it was more about networking and building relationships, which hopefully would pay off somewhere down the line. And more often than not, they did. You know, like 5 years later, sometimes only 3 or 4 years later, like the artists I was giving free beats to, suddenly they had deals, they had record deals. You know, they had a bigger budget, and they were coming to me because I hooked them up and they liked my beats, and all of a sudden they're buying beats, right? So in terms of promoting yourself and getting your name out there and getting more traffic to your site, because obviously a lot of artists want to download free stuff, giving out free beats is definitely a good move. In terms of the content ID now, that obviously gives you an extra incentive to give out free stuff, because you know, even though you're allowing them to use your stuff for free, they're in essence paying you back at least a little bit by giving you that advertising income in case they upload their track to SoundCloud or YouTube. So it's a pretty fair deal, I think. You know, they get to demo your beats, you get paid from advertising, everyone's happy, right? Now, let's see, we have one more question here. Stefanos says, can we choose from any other websites like SoundEngine or MyFlashStore instead of BeatStars? This is only available on BeatStars. I don't want to hate on SoundEngine or MyFlashStore, but they're very sort of simple sales tools only. That's all you can do, right? They give you a player, you embed the player on your website, you sell some beats, and that's the end of it. The cool thing about BeatStars is that they have all these extra features. They have the YouTube Content ID system, they have the SoundCloud monetization. They also have a ton of extra tools as well, like placement opportunities. You know, they have mastering, which you can do instantly online and stuff like that, which is just way above and beyond anything that MyFlashStore or SoundEngine have. So if you ask me, BeatStars is hands down the best platform, and going forward, it's only going to get better because they're constantly working. In terms of technology, they're just so much beyond anything else out there. So definitely, if you're selling beats, I would recommend beatstars.com. Their new player as well is awesome, by the way. So yeah, check that out. All right. Devin says lips are sealed. That's what's up, man. Good stuff. All right, guys. So yeah. So now I talked about monetization a little bit, which is the third way you can make money from your uploads to YouTube, and soon also SoundCloud, and soon also Facebook. And yeah, so we're going to come to the fourth way you can make money with every single video you upload to YouTube. And basically, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, but you can actually get paid royalties, okay, through your performance rights organization, through exhibiting your music online on YouTube. So how many of you guys are a part of a PRO right now? How many of you are part of a performance rights organization like ASCAP, like BMI, like GEMA in Germany, or CESAC? If not, then I highly recommend that you guys sign up to a PRO. What the PRO does basically is it represents your interest as an artist, and it collects royalties wherever they're due to you. So every single time you're performing live on a stage, then you are due royalties. Every single time that your song gets played on the radio, you're due royalties. And every single time that you sell a copy of your single or your album, or your music gets streamed or it gets shown on YouTube, you're also due royalties. But the only way you're going to start getting paid out royalties is by becoming a member of a PRO. So if you're in America, for example, I highly recommend you go sign up for BMI or for ASCAP. You can do some research on them, see which one you prefer. I'm actually with the PRS in the UK, since obviously, you know, I just moved out here recently. So I'm with a British PRO organization. And the PRS are pretty cool because basically they let you manually input every single YouTube video that contains your music. So if you find a video which has your music in it, then you can report it through the PRS online portal. And by the way, anybody can sign up to PRS. You don't have to be British. You can be American and stuff too. So you can report the YouTube videos, and then they're going to start crawling those videos, and they're going to start paying you royalties every single time someone plays that song. So that's pretty cool, right? So now you're not just getting paid from the advertisements in your own videos. You're not just getting paid from other people uploading your music. You're not just getting paid through sales links inside your videos, but you're also getting paid royalties for every single person that watches your music. That's pretty neat, right? And this is something that's definitely going to be rolled out more and more as sort of the PROs drill down and make deals with people like YouTube and SoundCloud. And if you get in on this now, once again, then definitely within like a year or 2 or 3, when this is all kind of set up and in motion and like really grinding for you, you're going to start seeing some significant money being paid to you in terms of royalties. Okay? So definitely get in on that. I don't know what the situation is with BMI or ASCAP, if they let you manually sort of import YouTube videos. From what I understand, like so far only really the PRS does that, but it's definitely something that's going to be rolled out to BMI and ASCAP and stuff in the very near future. So if they don't have that feature yet, definitely keep an eye on that. Okay. So all right, let's take a few more minutes to answer some questions. I see a question from Devin. He's saying, if a producer works with a major label or indie label for a mixtape, would BMI or ASCAP be ideal for royalties? So I'm guessing you're a producer, right, Devin? Basically, that is down to the label that is releasing your music. So you want to make sure that they register your songs that you release through them accurately. And you want to make sure they have your full information from BMI or ASCAP. It doesn't really matter which, all right? And they're going to want to always register your name and your account number. I think it's called like an ICI number in America, so that you get paid a split of the royalties that your label is collecting on your behalf, okay? Now, if you're asking if you want to set up your own label, then you probably want to set up what's called a publishing company, okay? So royalties in music are always split between publishing royalties and performance royalties. And if you're an artist representing yourself, you get paid both the publishing and the performance royalties. But if you're part of a label or a management group or something, then they're going to be collecting the publishing from you, which usually gets split between the label and you. And then the performance obviously goes to you. So if you want to set up your own label, then I would definitely recommend registering as a publisher as well as a writer, which is an individual registering for a PRO, because that way obviously you get a split of the publishing from every person that you have on your label and that you're releasing tracks from. Okay, that's kind of your right as the label and the person administering the royalties and collecting them on artists' behalf. I hope that answers your question. All right, cool. Now, let me just talk a little bit more about some additional tools which are very useful to, which I personally use to basically run your YouTube and to help you grow and just like learn a little bit more about your competitors and things like that. So one thing which I use very often, it's called socialblade.com. If you kind of have an artist which is similar to you, or maybe a producer or a beat maker that you're trying to emulate, you can actually research them very easily using socialblade.com. So for me, for example, if I want to see what, I don't know, like one of our Anno Domini producers like Danson is up to, I can just type in his channel on socialblade.com, and it's going to give me all the information about him, okay? It's going to tell me how many subscribers he has, how many views he gets, where he's ranked, which multi-channel network he's with. So if you're looking up like an artist and you see they're with a particular network, you could always like research this network and see, if it might be something you're interested in too. And you can also get an idea for how much money they earn from YouTube, which is pretty cool. So you can kind of guesstimate like, oh, once I have 900,000 views, I'm going to be making this much money. So it's kind of cool to just keep tabs on what other people are doing, because it's a good way for you to learn from them. Like, for example, I can see that for some reason in the last few months, he's been increasing his views significantly and his subs. So I could go to his channel and see what he's doing differently. What kind of tags is he using? What kind of video descriptions is he using? Why is he suddenly so much more popular? What's he done differently? And then I can kind of emulate that and copy those tactics and hopefully manage the same. Another tool which is very cool, it's called viduli.com. And this is basically Social Blade, but on steroids. This is actually a paid service, but you can get a free 14-day trial, I think, or a 1-month trial. And this just lets you really drill down on like everything that your competitors are doing, down to what comments they're getting, so you can actually go ahead and add their fans and start networking with them. Okay, so you can set up some channels. Oh, let me just log in there real quick. You can set up some competitor channels, and then Viduli is going to start tracking them for you, and you can see what everyone else is doing, and sort of emulate their tactics, befriend their fans, and stuff like that. So I've set up a few channels. These are sort of big beat channels on YouTube, okay, which I'm kind of competing with to the extent that I'm interested in what they're doing, so I can kind of emulate what they're doing, what works for them, and stuff like that. So and then you can basically compare your channel with them, to see how you stack up and how you could improve or what you need to do better. You can also see your competitors' influences. So for example, for this channel called Blunted Beats, which is a big hip-hop beats channel on YouTube, I could see their top fans. Okay, these are the people who are commenting a lot on this person's channel, which is awesome for me, because now what I can do is I can go to this guy's channel, I can befriend him, I can start networking with him, because he's obviously someone who listens to a lot of beats on YouTube. So yeah, that's just a way of basically growing your subscriber and fan base, just by seeing what your competitors are doing and who loves the music of your competitors. So if you're an artist, for example, you could research a similar artist. You could see what kind of fans they have, and you can start talking to the fans and start promoting your music to them, right? So this is definitely pretty cool. There's just a ton more stuff here as well. There's a keyword analysis tool. I was telling you earlier how important keywords are for your video titles, for your description and stuff. So if I wanted to look up, for example, hip-hop beats, what this tool does is it suggests to me similar keyword phrases which have a lot of search results on YouTube, and also who's doing well for those particular keywords. So this is definitely a cool way to just kind of get some inspiration for what you should be labeling your beats or your songs with, right? For example, here it's telling me that 1,600 people a month search for hip-hop beats for sale on YouTube. So if I start putting that in my description, for example, I can start benefiting from this particular subscriber and search base. Do you know what I'm saying? Or look, 110 people are looking for old school hip-hop beats. So maybe I should start making some old school hip-hop beats and marketing those. You know what I'm saying? And look, 23 of my competitors are actually using this search term, and they're obviously doing well. So maybe I want to steal that particular idea. Pretty cool, right? I just have a quick question from Stefanos. He's asking me, does it matter where you are at for signing up to a PRO? That kind of depends on which PRO. Some of them are open to anyone internationally, whereas others you need to be in the country. I know for a fact that for the PRS in the UK, and also for BMI and for ASCAP, you can actually sign up to them even if you're not from that country. But I believe some of them have a requirement that you need to have at least sort of one album release or one mixtape release or whatever in that country. But that's really easy to get around because all you have to do is just release one beat album or one single on iTunes or whatever in the American iTunes store, and that's done. You know what I'm saying? So that's pretty easy to get around. So if you're in Greece and you want to be part of the BMI, you can definitely do that. All right, so yeah, so we talked about Social Blade, we talked about Viduli. This is a pretty cool, nifty tool. There's a ton more awesome stuff like related videos analysis, where you can actually see videos relating to what you upload, and then you can kind of see how you stack up. For example, this is my beat here, this reggae beat, and this is my competitor's beat up here. And I can see, for example, that more people are watching for a longer time. Yeah. So I might want to click on this and see like why that is. You know, why are people leaving at 1 minute 48 here and not until 2 minutes here? Is it because he has a bridge in his beat or something like that? Does that make people more interested and want to watch more? And yeah, just you can really drill down into a lot of analytics and tools, and it's pretty cool and useful. Also, the audience dashboard is cool. You can see who's subscribed to you, how you're doing, how it's improving, and you know, where your subscribers are coming from. So for us, the vast majority of people is from the US, and typically we have a ton of people also from Poland, the UK, Canada, Mexico, and Germany. So those are kind of our top ones. And yeah, it also shows you all of your subscribers and how many views they've amassed watching your videos. So and you can also go ahead and like add them on YouTube. You know, your top performing viewers, you can network with them and, you know, send them private messages, maybe promote to them separately if you have like a new single or a new album out, something like that. Okay. Now, one thing I talked to you guys earlier about a little bit was the MCNs as well. Do you remember the multi-channel networks? And I told you that my particular multi-channel network is called Broadband TV. And once you join a multi-channel network, you're going to have access to a ton of extra features and statistics through YouTube and through the partners themselves. So as part of Broadband TV, you get access to this very cool tool called Catalyst. And what this is basically, it's an optimization tool for your videos. So once you sign up to Broadband TV, you're going to get access to this. And what it does is you can edit your videos within Catalyst, and it will suggest popular tags to you, for example. So for some reason, this isn't loading up. Yeah. Let's see if we can refresh this. But what it does is it analyzes your video, and it's then going to suggest some better tags and stuff that you can use. So it's pretty nifty. Here we go. So you see, these are the tags I'm currently using in my video. And Catalyst, based on what's being searched a lot on YouTube right now, is recommending that I also include these tags. Okay, so if I agree with some of these, I could add, for example, hip hop beats, rap beats, trap beats, instrumentals, hip hop music. These are all being recommended to me, and then save that, and it's going to automatically update my YouTube video for me too. And that's just a great way of getting some extra search traffic, obviously, by basing your tags on what's popular on YouTube, what's being searched a lot right now. Within Catalyst, you can also get some like extra engagement and analytics and stuff about your channel. You can see like who's been commenting the most, who are your top influencers. In other words, who is commenting who also has a lot of subscribers themselves, because those are obviously the people you want to reach out to and partner with, and, you know, start doing some cross promotion with and stuff like that. This is also pretty cool because it can automatically filter positive and negative comments. So it automatically analyzes them, and you can automatically sort of take out all the negative stuff. Like you see right now, it's highlighting everything that says shit and fuck and stuff like that. Excuse my French. But if you want, you can block all this kind of stuff, and you can automatically delete all the negative comments, so all the haters and stuff like that. So what we want to keep is people saying good work, greetings from Spain and stuff, rather than the people saying fucking, I don't know. I mean, this one's fucking good, obviously, so that's a good, a positive comment. But sometimes, you know, people will say just random shit and hate on your videos, so you can automatically filter those out. Yeah, so that's just one of the features of being a part of an MCN. Obviously, other ones like Maker Studios and stuff, they have different tools and other like added benefits of being part of an MCN, other than purely just making more money from advertisement income as well, because you're going to start getting premium advertisers showing videos inside, showing ads inside your videos instead of just the run-of-the-mill Google ads that you would that you'd have as a basic partner. Okay. All right, so one final thing I want to talk about as well. This is pretty cool. I already talked about all the different ways you can make money with your videos, but there's actually one final thing which I didn't even mention yet, which is sponsorships. Okay, a lot of YouTube channels these days are making a ton of money by sponsorships, and especially if you have a sort of a blogging or a vlogging channel, whatever it's called. And you talk about different products and stuff, then what you can do is you can go on sites like famebit.com. This is the biggest one. And you can see what's on offer right now. And all of these advertisers, this is the money that they're putting up, okay? This is what they're offering. These advertisers are looking for people to promote their brands, to talk about the brands, to review it in the videos. And this is how much you're going to get paid if you do that. So obviously, I don't want to upload a video of me talking about face cream. But if sometimes I see like stuff there which is talking about like tech products or like you know, new speakers or music equipment, and that's obviously something you might want to consider just talking about in your videos anyway. So why not get paid for it? You know what I'm saying? And the cool thing is they obviously send you the products for free too. So here you go. You can get some free snapbacks, for example. This might be something that's relevant to me. So I can shoot a video of me wearing one of these snapbacks, and someone's going to send me $100 to $250. It's pretty neat, right? So obviously these people, they're mainly looking for big influencers. So the bigger your YouTube channel, the more they'll pay you. And they don't just pay you for YouTube. You can actually also post, for example, on Instagram or on Facebook or whatever it is. But YouTube is definitely the biggest and the best sort of paying channel. And you know, these payments go anywhere from like $100 to like 10,000 for really big endorsements by big channels. So yeah, you know, if I want to shoot a video of me just wearing this hoodie or whatever it is, these people are going to pay me $100. Why not? You know what I'm saying? So definitely check that out, famebit.com, if you're interested, and start reviewing products or just doing some like sponsored advertisements and stuff. So it's pretty cool. All right. That pretty much concludes what I was going to say about YouTube. I mean, a few sort of little secrets which I'm going to share with you as well, which are pretty cool. These are obviously not going to affect your income or your promotion or anything like that. But if you want to impress your friends, then check out some of this stuff, all right? If you want to go to youtube.com/TV, or just add this little moniker right here, TV, with the hashtag, and then put your video link behind that, you can actually show people your videos in this cool kind of YouTube stream player, which you can fully control with your keyboard, and just makes your videos pop and look a little bit cooler when you're sharing your video links. So let me give you an example here. Let's get a video from my channel. So right, so normally when you're sharing a video, this is what it looks like, right? People are going to click on it, and you're going to get this standard kind of YouTube stream. But if you want to look really cool, you're just going to take this little string here, after where it says the V equals, and you're just going to pop that, actually, here, take all of this, the watch bit as well, okay? We're going to pop that in here, and voila, this is what your music video now looks like. It's a lot more professional and kind of cool, right? So yeah, just remember this little thing, TV hashtag. Just insert that little moniker right there. If you want to really impress your friends with your music video and present it in like a really professional way. Let's see, what else do we have? Some random nonsense from YouTube. If you want to impress your friends, look this up, okay? Use the force link, type that in. Oops. And hey, look, I'm controlling YouTube with my mind. All right, that's just some bullshit, some fun for you guys to impress your friends. See, once you know all these little secrets, you know you're spending too much time on YouTube. All right, enough of that. So let's get down to some questions, guys. Shoot away. Let me know what you guys want to know. Any questions you have about today's presentation, anything at all. Mr. 420 is asking me, is there a minimum amount of subscribers needed? So if you're talking about the MCN, the multi-channel network, then usually the minimum number of subscribers they want is about 1,000. But having said that, if your channel looks like it's developing quickly and it has a lot of potential and you're increasing your subscribers quickly, then they might still consider taking you on board. Especially for me, since I run a channel, a sub-channel through Broadband TV, I actually have the power to invite anyone I want into the Hip Hop One sub-network from Broadband TV. So if any of you guys are interested to join Broadband TV, just hit me up and I can try and hook you up and get you inside that. So you have access to the higher paying ads and all the extra features and stuff like that. Yeah, anybody who's interested in that, shoot me an email to info@annodominination.com. You can also look up Broadband TV. They actually recently became the biggest multi-channel network on YouTube out of anyone, so they're doing really well. They're increasing incredibly quickly, and it's a great sort of partner and platform to have. So go check that out. Send me an email if you're interested. Any more questions, guys? Shoot me a question. Anything you want to know about sort of the settings we talked about making money on YouTube? Any questions about marketing or promotion or anything like that? Just shoot away, guys. Century Status says he definitely wants to join, but he wants to grow the YouTube first. Sounds good, man. I mean, as long as you have sort of 500 to 1,000 subscribers, I guess I can probably get you in. So hit me up once you get to that, and I'll make you a premium partner, and you can be a part of the MCN. Sound good? Eve says, brilliant insight. I appreciate that. Just stroking my ego. That's cool, man. No, seriously. Yeah, it's awesome to have you guys in here, obviously, with our first masterclass. I hope you guys learn a lot about YouTube. I hope you're going to start using YouTube more actively now that you know how to use it and how important it is. And you know, if you don't have a YouTube channel yet, go get one right now. It's the most important tool you have as an artist today to promote yourself. And soon it's also this is my prediction. Soon it's also going to be the most important tool to earn you money. Okay, especially as an independent artist, all the money you're going to start getting from the content ID, from the YouTube ads, and all of this stuff is soon going to outweigh any kind of sales you make. All right, so people who don't jump on this, who don't know about this right now, they're going to be left in your dust if you're sort of the front wave rider and the pioneer for this kind of stuff. So definitely take my words on board. Yeah, once again, I'm going to videotape this whole thing if you want to rewatch it at any time. Just in case you missed some of the settings, if you came a little bit late or whatever, you can rewatch it and apply that stuff to your own channels. And yeah, any more questions, guys? Shoot away. Eve says, thanks a lot for the huge value drop. You're very welcome, man. That's what the Platinum Circle and the Inner Circle programs are all about, okay? I'm trying to do the best I can to develop you artists and develop you producers and really share my personal secrets and the best and latest and greatest techniques with you. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed the session today all about YouTube. We're definitely going to have more masterclasses real soon, talking about all kinds of cool stuff like building a mailing list, for example, and you know, a little bit more about marketing and promoting on BeatStars and on SoundCloud and all of that good stuff. Devin says, I want to join your network. Sounds good, man. Yeah, fire away. Send me an email to info@annodominination.com, and I'll do my best to hook you up and get you in there, okay? Eve says, I used to hate YouTube for music due to poor audio quality. Yeah, it's true, man. It's true. Though they're definitely improving their streaming. They're getting better all the time. They have these awesome new music discovery tools and stuff, which they're working on right now. They have the YouTube TV app and stuff, so it's pretty cool. Let me see. Josh says, what are your thoughts on title beats with a popular artist name and using their picture as the thumbnail? Yeah, so what you're talking about is like some people, they will write stuff like Trey Songz beat or something like that, or 50 Cent beat. So those things, personally, I prefer to try and stay away from them. I prefer descriptive tags because I feel like, first of all, more people are looking for descriptive and mood-based beats than they are for example, like an Ace Hood beat or something, you know what I mean? If they're looking for an Ace Hood beat, they're probably just looking for the actual instrumental from an Ace Hood track. So they're probably just going to be annoyed if you cheat them into thinking it's going to be an Ace Hood instrumental when it's actually one of your own beats. And a lot of people, that just leaves a sour taste in their mouth, and then they just dislike your video, or they leave, or they don't even watch it. You know what I'm saying? I find it much more useful to put sort of mood and descriptive titles like sad rap beat or piano rap instrumental, because then you can be guaranteed that everyone searching for sad rap instrumentals is actually just looking for generic rap instrumentals, rather than specifically, for example, the latest 50 Cent instrumental from his new single. You know what I'm saying? Does that make sense? Having said that, obviously sometimes it's a cool link bait by having just, you know, like an artist's image or an artist's name. But you know, often like the traffic that comes to you from those searches is not going to be as high quality as it is when you do the descriptive tags and the descriptive descriptions for your video titles. Does that make sense? All right, Stefano says, if I'm already in the network, can I join yours as well? So YouTube only lets you join one MCN at a time. And they usually, some of the networks, they lock you in with like a 1-year contract, or some people, if you're unlucky, you're on a 2-year contract. But you can only join one at a time. So you would actually have to leave your network before you can join another one. I know a lot of these MCNs, they've been really aggressively trying to attract channels and you know, hunt them down. So a lot of people just got kind of conned into shitty small networks which don't do anything for them and don't even earn them any additional income. So if that's the situation you're in, if you're in a really small MCN which isn't doing anything for you, then just read the contents of your contract and contact them to try and get out as quickly as possible. If you can't get out before the end of your contract, you're just gonna have to wait it out and then shoot them a message like a month before to tell them that you want to leave. So yeah, you can only join one at a time. If you're an artist and a beat maker and you're not with one of the top MCNs, then I would definitely do the research and try and get into one of the better ones, you know, which are gonna be giving you just a ton more service and features. Joe asks, how did you set up your artwork for YouTube, like borders? So I think you're talking about my thumbnails, right? Like the background images for my beats. So I used to create all of these myself back in the days. You're talking about these thumbnail images, right? So I used to make them all myself, and I used to literally just go to google.com and I would use the image search to just find some kind of random picture and upload it. But recently, what I think is way more professional is to just customize the background image with the title of the song or the beat and just add a logo and a little beat tag down here just to get people more people to click and the right people to click in search results. You know what I'm saying? So the way we create this is actually just using Photoshop. And nowadays I actually get my graphic artist, Dylan Hooks, who's part of Anno Domini Nation. He just does this for me. He sends me these little background images. So once a week, he just does the 7 newest beats we have. He hooks me up with a background picture, and then I just upload this. So yeah, if you don't want to do that, you can, you know, if you don't have any Photoshop skills, there's also a ton of free online websites and tools that you can use to create images and just add little like title text and stuff like that to just random images you find. You can also go on like Flickr.com, for example, and search for royalty-free images if you're worried about using any Google images, which is actually what we've been using recently, just, you know, kind of royalty-free stuff, so we don't get in trouble using the images. There's another thing, by the way, that a lot of people don't consider, using like 50 Cent images and stuff like that. You know, that could definitely backfire on you if you're not careful. Right now, there's no kind of people monitoring that kind of thing on YouTube, but you never know, maybe in the future they're going to have some kind of image scanning technology, and then they're going to start finding all these matches of copyrighted images on your YouTube channel. So you want to try and stay away from that. All right, let's see some more questions here. Christian says, how important is your picture? How do I know what the best picture to the specific beat is? I would say the picture is very important, okay? Because these thumbnails is what comes up in the search results. So if I look for hip hop beat, what I'm looking at mainly, okay, what's the first thing that you're drawn to visually? It's the pictures, right? So I'm probably gonna be clicking on pictures which look professional and interesting and look like something, you know, which might interest me. For example, if I'm looking for a hard, aggressive beat and I see this picture of the Joker with like a big Yeah Beats professional logo, I'm probably going to click on that because that looks pretty cool, right? That looks interesting. And since I'm looking for a hard aggressive beat, and this is a kind of hard aggressive picture, I feel like this is going to be what I'm looking for. So on the other hand, if I have like a really generic picture, like something, I don't know, these ones are all pretty good, but if I have something really generic, or every single picture that you upload looks the same for every single one of your beats, chances are people are going to ignore it, right? Because it's not eye-catching. Every beat looks the same. So, you know, I would definitely say thumbnails is one of the most important things, along with obviously the title and the description. Does that make sense? All right. Sentry Status says, can you type out that cool YouTube trick in the message board? Yeah, man. So if you're talking about like the force trick, then this is what you want to search for. Okay, you're going to type in use the force loop. You guys see that? Oh, by the way, I'm also in the message board on my second laptop under the name AD. So yeah, just type in use the force loop in the search field up here, and then you can do the crazy force trick. If you want to do the TV style YouTube, then just go to any video, okay, for example, yours. And then in between here where it says youtube.com/, you're going to write TV and then the hashtag. Oops. Oh, I'm using a British keyboard. This is confusing. There we go. The TV hashtag and then the /, okay? In between the youtube.com and the watch bit. And what that's going to do is it's going to turn it into a awesome movie style kind of screen. So I'm going to type this out for you guys as well. It's going to be hashtag TV. There we go. That's the little thing you put in between the tags. You got that? All right. Stefano says, if you go to my channel, all of my pictures are generic. Well, listen, man, I would highly recommend that you change that. Or at the very least, if you don't want to go through all your old stuff, at the very least, like going forward, all your new stuff, just upload a slightly different background image. Something which is reflective of the beat title or the description of it, and something that's going to make people want to click on that particular beat, you know? Something that makes it stand out from the rest. Otherwise, what you're telling people is that all of your beats are generic. They're all the same. There's no reason for you to check out a particular beat. And there's no reason for you to check out my beat over someone else's beat who's in the search results. Did you see how when I looked up hip hop beat, all of the top beats had a different image and they were all unique and they all had, you know, some kind of song title and logo and stuff like that posted in there to really draw people's attention to it, right? All right, Patrick says he has to go. It was nice having you, man, and I'll see you inside the circle. Mr. 420 is off to work. God bless you guys. Thank you for showing up today, and I hope you guys enjoyed the YouTube presentation. I'm going to be sticking around for just 1 or 2 more minutes for a couple of questions. Everyone else who has to go, thank you for showing up today, and yeah, I'll see you inside the circle. If you want to join the network or you have any more questions, hit me up on info@annodomination.com. Also, obviously, post inside the circle if there's anything I can help you with, any extra questions that might come to you. Sound good? Sentry Status is off as well. Good to have you, brother. Stefanos is asking me one more question, and he's saying, how do you consider someone your competitor? So, depending on what kind of video content you create, for example, if you're an artist and you post songs, you might consider your competitor whoever else is making similar songs and has a lot of or a similar amount of subscribers as you do. So competitor doesn't necessarily mean you're competing with them. It just means someone that you're looking up to, or someone who's similar to you, and someone who you want to copy from to try and, you know, emulate their tactics and you know, grow your fan base by leveraging theirs. If you're a beat maker, for example, you might want to look up the biggest beat channels on YouTube. And it's not hard to find that. You know, you just type into YouTube search results, hip hop beats or rap beat, and just click on all the channels of like the #1 search results that come up. Okay, so those top channels are going to be the ones you want to look at and you want to not so much compete as just learn from. and start emulating what they're doing, what's working for them, you know? Because there must be a reason why they're at the top of the search results and why they have thousands, if not hundreds of thousands of subscribers. Does that make sense? Joe says, is there a pic size for YouTube? Yes, there is. So I think at maximum resolution, the background image is going to be, let's look this up real quick. I think it's like 1080. YouTube background pic dimensions. So, yeah, I think it's not coming up right now, but I think it's, oh, here you go. The maximum size is 2560 times 1440. So if you never want your stuff to look compressed or whatever, obviously you can create a background image in maximum resolution. But I usually create all of mine in 1080 times 720, I think it is the next resolution down. So that's perfectly fine. At full resolution, you know, it doesn't look perfect. It looks like a little bit kind of wavy, but it's all good. So 1080 by 720 is perfectly fine if you want to make a background picture in that dimension. All right, Devin says, 80, you're my competition. I mean, that's cool, man. You definitely check out my channel, subscribe to it, and learn from me. You know, I don't mind if you want to copy my settings, you want to copy my video descriptions. I believe in working together. I believe in working with other people and learning from other people. So that's why I don't mind sharing sort of my secrets, at least with you guys, who I'm trying to help to develop and grow your knowledge about marketing and all these things. So yeah, go ahead, man. All right. That's all from me, guys. So it's been about an hour and a half. I think we had a really great session. We covered a lot of grounds. We talked about a ton of stuff from YouTube royalties to YouTube income to promotion, marketing, all kinds of stuff. So we're going to wrap it up there. Thank you for your questions. Thank you, everyone, for attending today. It's been a great session. Anything else that you need at all, just feel free to shoot me an email, info@annodomination.com, or just post up your questions or concerns or ideas even. I'm always willing to hear new ideas. If you find an amazing YouTube tactic that works for you, then please share it with the community. So yeah, I'll see you inside the circle, and have a great weekend, guys. All the best.